I take great pride in that, and I really appreciate you guys for that. All right, guys, thanks for coming in. Welcome to the June 2023 results meeting. How do we do?
All right.
All right.
Tough month.
No tough month.
Tough month, but we battled.
We battled. We definitely did. Thank you guys for battling. That's exactly what we did. I know what you guys are dealing with as far as all the challenges. It's never been this challenging. Been talking to a lot of agents, and even agents that's been in the business for over 40 years have been telling me that this is the hardest it's ever been. But we battled because what do we end up with?
Trying something?
More than that.
Oh. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is it like 660 or something?
609. Okay. Now the 609 is actually our third best month ever. So if you think about that, that's pretty amazing considering all the challenges we had. That the 16-year, next month is going to be our 16-year anniversary, but all these months that we've ever had, still it was our third best month ever. So that kind of tells you that even though things are challenging, and we have our new set of challenges this month, last month we had our challenges and we still had a great month. And I really want to just acknowledge you guys and show my appreciation to you guys, especially the amount of work it took. And that's something we're going to talk about too, the amount of work it takes to win. Best month since March of 2023. So again, we were kind of going down for a couple months, totally understandably. April, May went down a little bit, and then now we're back on the right track. So that's something we kind of go over when we do our annual awards ceremony. We kind of see how we go throughout the year, and it kind of goes like that. And kind of the same thing's happening. Every year it's not like best month ever every single month. There's some ups and downs, but as long as in general we're going up, then we could be happy with our results. And really, I'm just happy with our effort too. Now it's our third best month ever, and compared to last year, because we always go back to June of last year where we were at, and with Bristol West wide open, no approval process and everything like that, it was still only 414. Imagine those days.
I wish it was back.
Yeah, it was crazy days. Yeah, but still, as a team, we're running more, and that's just
We have
thanks to you guys.
Too.
Yeah, definitely. So we worked hard, and we adapted. We took advantage, all these guidelines and stuff like that. But we definitely adaptation, working together, and taking advantage too. Kind of gave you guys the last hurrah of like, hey, this is the last month where we may have these companies and with this comp plan, so let's just go as big as possible for June. And some of you guys really took advantage as much as you can last month. So yeah, it was a great month. This month we're gonna go over our winners as we always do and what it takes to win. So before we go into the winners, we have a few new license alerts. Who do we have?
Remember, Linda.
We'll get to Linda, but first let's get up for Lupe. All right, she just started in March and she got her license in June, so that's very fast. And she actually did it in her first try. And right now she's recovering through back surgery, so we could expect her back somewhere around August. Okay, so looking forward to having her back with us. Something that we're really happy about, one of the highlights of the month is Linda, who got her license. So it's a good tale of, Linda started with us April 2022, and it's a good story of just not giving up. I think a lot of times, just like we're all going through some challenges and things like that. This happens, this doesn't work out, this company this company that. But with the licensing part too, it's very understandable. And I've seen it, throughout my career where people have made a decision that I'm just gonna give up. And every time, it got close to there, but it never got there. Linda was like, okay, I'm gonna take it again, I'm gonna take it again. So she never gave up, and that's really a great story of resiliency and also commitment. Because after the third time, and all these extra tests and all these like testing fees and classes and stuff like that, she paid a lot out of her own pocket, but she didn't give up and she did it herself. And I'm so proud of her because that just shows, again, the resiliency that she has. So in this business, again, things aren't gonna go your way, but in the future, when things challenge her, she's gonna have this experience to lean back on, like, hey, I went through that, I could go through this too. So let's get it for Linda one more time. Then I want to do something new this month. We have some work anniversaries for July. So work anniversaries, I know I kind of shouted out during that day actually and do a post and things like that, but it's kind of another opportunity for me to show appreciation for you guys for the commitment. So we have 4 this month. Okay, so first is July 5th. We have Maria at 7 years. So let's get it for Maria. I always remember hers because it was right after July 4th weekend. So that's when she started, if you guys remember that. And then July 17th, we have somebody on her 11th year anniversary. Let's get up for Laura. Last year was 10-year anniversary, so we, if you guys remember, made obviously a big deal out of that one, a huge recognition for her. But 11 years, again, thank you again for one more year. And I think later on in this meeting, we're gonna talk about a little bit about her early days too. And then we have a 2-year anniversary. Let's get off to Judith. All right, 2 years in, already training Julia and already, doing a great job with customer service and sales, big part of our team. Really appreciate what she does. And then we have another person with 7 years, July 21st, it'll be Kelly's 7th year anniversary. So this is right up there with one of my, proudest things I could talk about when I talk to anybody really is just the fact that we have teammates that stay, frankly, because that just means that I'm trying my best to provide the value that I can as far as not just financially, but, culture and just team, work environment and things like that. I try my best with that. And for you guys to continue showing up every year to be here, that just makes me feel very warm inside that you guys choose here to be where you guys decide your financial future. So I take great part in that, and I really appreciate you guys for that. All right, so let's get into the winners. We got a lot of winners to celebrate here. We're gonna start off with the most hours worked. All right, so 3rd place we have Jazz. Overall, it was not a good month. Okay, it was kind of weird because at the top we had a lot of people that did well, 100%. 5 people over 100%. Jeanette, Alexis, 97%. Jaylene, 98%. Genesis and Ava, 100%. Okay, and we have Jazz, 101. But overall was 87%. So the top was good, but the bottom was pretty bad on the bottom there. So that's something that we want to fix to overall make it a better attendance month. 3rd place Jazz. 2nd place America with 103%. And 1st place for the month of June goes to Enrique at 105%. So I want to shout out Enrique for not missing any days so far yet. And only having a couple unexcused leaving I'm sorry. And now taking on some Saturdays too. So he's our leader when it comes to year to date, and having somebody dependable who never misses work is something that we really value. So great job, Enrique. Most payments made. All right, Mari with 57. We have Angelica with 59. So the 1st place finisher for this category goes to, how'd you know? Huh?
Since she's not the one, since people are licensed, they don't want to take care of payments no more. So hey, Eva, here we go.
So you hooked her up, huh? I see your transfer boy. Yeah, great job, Eva. This is her first time ever winning this contest, and really took a lot of action as far as what we needed. Sometimes it's about understanding what the team needs and delivering on that. And what we needed was somebody who answers calls, and we'll see some more stats when it comes to that. But let's give it up for Eva one more time. Most phone hours. Now, this one is a little bit skewed because you know how we changed the phone system? So all the data from the prior got wiped out. So it's only from June 22nd to the 30th. So if you went really hard at the end of the month, you kind of numbers look a little bit better because I don't have data from the whole month. But starting from now, we'll have better data. In fact, I'm able to break it down to inbound, outbound. I can even let you guys know on a weekly basis who's taking calls, or even on a daily basis who's taking calls. So those reports will kind of make it fun to see who's really, going hard on the phones for us.
I feel micromanaged.
Yeah. Well, the more data, the more you know, you can kind of track yourself too and kind of see who and what too.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's good.
when they say you're competitive, it's good to have stats out there because that naturally makes you want to feel like, oh, okay, I want to, like, you know, not be at the bottom, I want to be at the top. But as the team gets bigger, you know, when it's only like 4 of us, I could kind of know like who's first, second, third, fourth. When there's 25 people, I need to look at numbers and see like, okay, well, maybe this is the person that should get more recognition and this is the person who should get less. So it does seem like we're tracking a lot, especially with customer service too, because they say if you need to improve something, the first step to do is track it. You know, like if you want to lose weight, then first thing you gotta do is weigh yourself every single day. You know, you can't improve what you're not measuring. So same thing with customer service. We have a problem to solve, we're gonna track it. Okay, and that's kind of what we're doing here. So most phone hours. So Linda with 21, Genesis with exactly the same to the minute. And then the first place finisher for most phone hours goes to Eva with 21 and a half hours. And that's just in a week, right? So times that by 4, that would have been a big month for her. So I'm really looking forward to, I feel like the new data is a little bit more accurate too. So we're looking forward to the new info system making a huge difference in the way we operate. But one of the difference that it makes is with the reporting it does. The inbound and the outbound is very interesting too. And it kind of makes sense. You know, CSR is doing a lot of inbounds, you know, and the sales agent's doing a lot of outbounds. Okay, so it's really interesting to see how that breaks down too. All right, Eva, so yeah, again, picking up calls, being on the phones, most phone hours, we have Linda with 267, Genesis with 369, a lot of inbounds there for both of them. And then the first place finisher, once again, goes to Eva with 425. Because every time I have a question or I walk over there, you're always on the phone. I go like this because I can't see if she's on the phone, because when I look at her like that, you know, and I go like that, she's like, yes. So always on the phone, always picking up calls, and just taking a lot of action, you know, and I really appreciate that because I've said it in every single meeting we've had, that's what the meeting's been about. It's like, we need help with phone calls, and someone who really understood what we needed and delivered on that, something that we really, really appreciate. Highest closing ratio, Diana at 14, Espady at 15, and who had the highest closing ratio, meaning sales skills last month? Let's give it up for Jazz at 16%. You know, one thing I'll just share with you guys was when it comes to sales, it's definitely a skill game, which means it's something that everyone can improve on. It's not, sometimes you kind of base your results on exterior situations like, oh, the leads or this or that or whatever. It's like, well, it's actually a skill game because the more you get, the more sales you can do, the more leads you will get too. But based on if you get 10 leads, some people will sell 2 and some people will sell 1 and some people will sell none. Okay, so it makes a big difference because the lead quality is over a long period of time, it's the same. So one thing I'll tell you about Jazz, we should have more sales training, but if you get anything out of this when it comes to closing ratio, what helps, I've seen over and over again, is energy. Okay, you talk to people with a little bit more energy, you laugh a little bit with them, you smile even though they can't see you smile, but you can hear your voice. Energy, enthusiasm leads to persuasion and likability, which leads to getting credit card numbers. And we do have a couple best months evers. We got a lot of agents that got really close to their best months evers, but 2 that actually really did it. We have one here in our room here. Let's give it up for Jamie at 12K. So this is her second month being licensed. So definitely we want to see improvement there, and that's definitely what we were able to see there. And then we have another person who had their best month ever. Let's give it up for Victoria at 33K. And this is her 4th month with us. And yeah, for both of them, just want to appreciate the growth. You know, it's all about improving and being busy and having good attitude and just being patient, but being able to beat your best is always something that we want to recognize here. All right. And then for 3rd place most sales, let's give it up for Kalia at 62,000. This is now her 2nd straight month finishing the top 3. I think she's done it 3 out of the 6 months now this year. She's averaging 56,000 for the year, 3K in broker fees, so she's definitely kind of established herself there so far as one of the top 3 agents this year. And then for the second place most sales, we already know. Let's get out for Jasmine at 72K. Still averaging 80K for the whole month. Oh yeah. Yeah. You go. Great job, Jazz. Yeah, great month. 101% attendance, first in closing ratio, first in broker fees, and she's been in the top 2. Anyone want to take a guess for how long? 5 years. How'd you know?
Oh, I was just guessing.
Yeah. Since April of 2018. Okay, that's a long time to be that consistently in the top 2. And that just speaks of what her, besides energy, enthusiasm we just said, the other characteristic that makes her stand out is her consistency. And that's what it takes to win in this business. A lot of people's numbers go up and down, but hers, she has a certain standard that keeps her up there. And sometimes, you go on vacations and stuff like that, she's still finishing in the top 2. Pretty amazing to be able to be that consistent for 5 years in anything. And that's what she's able to do. So one more time, great month, Jazz. I really appreciate it. Now, before we go to the Agent of the Month, we want to go over a couple other awards here. Our monthly Hustle Awards. So we got Ava, 100% attendance, first in phone calls, first in phone hours. Jazz, 101% attendance, 6th in phone calls, 9th in phone hours. America, 103% attendance, 9th in phone calls, 6th in phone hours. So the phone hours and calls was not for the whole month, so I didn't have a big, I didn't have the whole data really, to be honest with you. Jazz has won this award a couple times. America has won it a couple times, but I want to give it up for the first time ever to Eva. Here you go. Congratulations. You gotta come get it. Well deserved. Again, this is the first time. Oh no, not the first time. But a lot of times it's agents, top agents, or but Linda has won it before. But a CSR to win it, that just again shows how much effort went into the last month. So whenever you're 100% attendance, first in phone calls, first in phone hours, it's kind of made a tough competition, but made Eva the winner there. So great month, Eva. And then we got the Life Agent of the Month. We got Laura with 1, Alexis with 2, and then for the June Life Agent of the Month, I'm just gonna have this ready here.
Jason.
Let's get up for Jason. Yep. Acting surprised. Let's give it up. All right. Yeah. Now the year-to-date leaders, we have Laura with 12, Jason with 9. And the thing with life insurance is that the 18 we had to work really hard to get for those first 3 months, we did it, right? But it resets all over again in July. And we're a little behind schedule because we kind of got comfortable with we hit our quota for last quarter. This is a new quarter now. And we're gonna have to get those numbers up. Okay, so the good thing is we got a new product that looks tremendously well, the Universal Life Policy. So we have some training, and those products are gonna be a game changer if we could have 1 or 2 people or 3 or 4 or 5 people that know how to sell that, because there's a lot of money in that, and the product is a great product. It really is. And some of you guys have already came to me with some cases, and we were crunching numbers, and every time we have a situation, it looks good. So for you guys out there who are not licensed, please keep asking. We gotta get 18 again, okay? And I don't wanna stress about it at the end. So let's get off to a good start this quarter, like we did last quarter. And then for those of you guys who are licensed, it's time for us to make a little extra money now with the life sales, okay? All right, and then the CSR of the month. Again, this was a huge need for us last month. We just needed great customer service work. And I just want to credit these 3 for being nominees. Again, Eva, 100% attendance, first phone calls, first phone hours, first payments. Genesis, 100% attendance as well, 2nd in phone call, 2nd in phone hours, 4th in payments. And then Mari, 95% attendance, 5th in phone calls, 10th in phone hours, 3rd in payments. So
Eva.
We're gonna just have to get up for Eva. It's like Eva's month. Yeah.
You ready for that picture, girl?
Should have let me know. My hair.
But yeah, one more time for Eva, it's just sometimes you just have one of those months, and one of those months could make a big difference in the rest of her career. So, sometimes we've had talks and we were like, hey, the phone calls, let's pick them up a little bit more enthusiastically, or we're a little busy, hey, can you help? And then like all these little things that we've got to hear, and now she's just, the numbers are the numbers. So that's what's beautiful about this business, is that you work hard and the numbers show it, So one more time, Eva's great month. And then the agent of the month, we have Laura with 109,000. Great month. Mm-hmm. Averaging 109K for the year, but that's what she got. So I think it's actually higher than that. So speaking of consistency and hard work, you guys know how many years she's been agent of the month for?
Yeah, like
10 years?
Huh?
10 years?
No, she's been here for 11, so she was
9 or 10.
6 straight years, July of 2017. So maybe that should show you guys a story too, that hey, it's not like she got here and then she was agent of the month the very first month. There was a little climb there. There were some other people here that didn't want to give up that spot. So it's not like you just come here and you just start becoming a superstar, even at that point back then. So it took her 4 years to become agent of the year. But once she got it one time, well, actually, and then what's crazy? When she was agent of the month in July of 2018, you know what her numbers were? I mean, when she was second place, Jasmine was agent of the month at 18K.
Oh, yeah? I don't remember that.
So that kind of shows how, as an agency, we've grown. But that's six years, okay? That's amazing. Consistency and hard work. And one of the other things that will help, especially in times like this, is being able to sell multiple products. Thank you guys for staying patient right now. It is a long game that we're playing here. We do have monthly results meeting, but we gotta sometimes be patient, but at the same time work as hard as possible. But for Laura, even with this market, as people say, this is the worst time to be an insurance agent. It's the hardest time. You can't make an insurance anymore. $7,500 in commission after her chargebacks, and then $2,800 base. That still gives her $10,000, $500, $10,000, over $10,000 in 1 month. So still making big money. Let's get up for agent of the month for now 6 years in a row. Let's get up for Laura. Well, once again, congratulations to all the winners. Today I want to talk to you guys about winning.